This is Mark Dyer. He's from Disability Connections down in Macon. He and I have been friends and fellow advocates for quite a long time. Me and Mark didn't we do your first Adapt Action to Washington, D.C. together?
I do believe.
Yeah, that was a couple years back. Well, tell us, Mark, since you've been down there at Disability Connections, how many people have y'all freed from the nursing homes, and how do you do it? Give us a quick rundown on how you do it.
I don't keep track of the numbers, but I know we have released quite a few in the past couple of years or more. But as a gentleman that was on this tape earlier had said, Mr. Jeremy Sloan, we just locate the people, or they hear about us, or we're told to go out and see them by someone that knows and finds them there. But when we go to a person in a nursing home, the first thing we do is find out what their past history is like, what their wants and their desires are, in other words, where they want to go with their life. Then we'll try to start working with them and helping them get set up with community-based services, housing, maybe their check running back, their income or whatever, locating housing in whatever particular town they want to move to. And when we start working with someone, we tell them it can take anywhere from 3 to 6 months to maybe a year and a half to get out. But it's really amazing when you start working with someone and they don't know what paratransit is, they don't know what the ADA is, they don't know what ADAPT is, they never heard of curb cuts and whatever. And then when you start having them go out to research and look for apartments and they find out what a paratransit van is, and they go like, oh, so I would have a way around in the neighborhood, huh? And they get to running around in the neighborhood and they see how other people in the neighborhood do their shopping or use their attendant services to help manage their home or whatever. The little wheels in their mind start clicking, and they're like, I think this could work for me. And that's when you really see them pick up steam. And
let me ask you this. When you go into nursing home, you find a potential client, somebody that you want to help get them out. What do you do then? Do you sign them up for the waiver immediately? Do you file a lawsuit with the Office of Civil Liberties? What is it that is instrumental in getting these people out of nursing homes? What is the straw that really gets them free?
It could be any of the range of things that you just said, and even more. But like I said, first you get the understanding of what type of disability the person has, what type of limitations they have, and what their needs are going to be, and then you go about figuring out which service would work best for them, like independent care waiver, SOURCE, CCSP, which CCSP is your lowest line of getting, like, say, 2 hours. Independent care waiver, you maybe get 10 to 12. But it's just
assessing their needs.
Yeah, assessing what they need. And
what's the typical turnover as far as when you go in there and you sign them up for the waiver? How long does it take before typically they can get out of the nursing home and transition back into the community?
Now, you're speaking about the independent care waiver?
Independent care waiver or CCSP. Give us a rundown on both.
I haven't had any on CCSP, as a matter of fact, but on the independent care waiver, there was quite a wait on that one now. But now that they've opened it up, slots are coming a little quicker, but they're not for as many hours. We're having to really push to get people the amount of hours they need. But in the beginning, it could take anywhere from, like I said, 6 months to a year to get a slot. But that's on like not a routine basis, because I've had people that said they've been on a waiting list for 5 or 6 years, and they didn't get a slot, so they went back and went to questioning it. So I think with our groups here in the the state of Georgia advocating, I think that's what has turned around and made the waivers more available now. And you're getting them a little bit quicker, but there's still a lot of work that needs to be done, because why line up housing when you ain't gonna have attendant services when you get out there?
All right.
And how are you gonna move into a house if you get a house and you don't have the attendant services? Or if you get the attendant services first, how are you going to move out? You've only got 90 days to get your services enacted, or what they say. And if you don't find a house in 90 days, there goes your slot. So it's real tricky. But we're going to work on getting those points fine-tuned in the future, hopefully. And that's what advocating is about.
Now tell us about your first experience when you first went to an ADAPT action and you were with 500 people in wheelchairs, all proud of their disability. How did that affect you?
Well, up until I'm 46 years old, I got hit by a car when I was 12. All the way up until the age of about 35, 36, I just went to high school, went making tech, got a job, got married. I didn't know much about anything about disability issues. But
1 minute.
1 minute. After my marriage fell apart, a friend of mine come back to me in a wheelchair, and she told me about Disability Connections. I went there, and they gave me a part-time job, and it eventually led to full-time. And through them, I started going on ADAPT adventures. And when I seen going into buildings and lines of people in wheelchairs sitting in the building from different ways, and we coming into that building and taking over that whole floor, and you got a big security guard there, 6 foot tall, going with a walkie-talkie. I don't know where they're coming from. They're coming from everywhere. And you just see them shaking, man, and all these guys and girls in wheelchairs are scaring them to death. We got power, brother. And I'm like, the first time I went on one and felt that, I was like, we got something here.
That's a life-changing experience, isn't it?
Amen. We got something here, and we just got to fine-tune it, and nothing ain't going to stop it.
Thank you so much, Mark.
You're welcome, man.
In my business.
Power to the people.
Absolutely.